Paul is Enterprise Vice President and President of Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children in Wilmington, Delaware, which serves families in 6 states. It ranks among the top children's hospitals in the world, and Paul is responsible for its strategy and operations. He has led many new programmatic initiatives, including planning and execution of a $275 million, 450,000 square foot hospital expansion project. Paul is also dedicated to mentoring students and colleagues. As one nominator said, while Paul's days and evenings are extremely busy, he routinely takes time and seeks opportunities for mentorship. I believe that there are many other leaders who are influenced by Paul's energy for mentoring and training and who have taken on similar responsibilities as a result. On all counts, Paul is an extraordinary leader, and I'm delighted to recognize him with the Alumni Fellow Award.
Thank you so much, President Barron, and thank you to the Alumni Association. Actually, Steve Wagman and I, we graduated in 1982 together. We both graduated from the Health Policy and Administration program, so we go back a long way. Not much has changed, perhaps our hair, but other than that, not too much. I'd also like to thank recently retired Dean Ann Crowder for her nomination. I've had a chance to work with Dean Crowder as a colleague for the last several years, and she's been an amazing influence on me personally and an amazing influence on my youngest daughter, Jenny, who's pursuing a career in speech pathology and is a CSD major here at the university as we speak. So many thanks to Dean Crowder. I was having a conversation today with one of the Penn State representatives, and he asked me, was it always your goal to be a healthcare executive? And I said, not really. I said, I believe that opportunities emerge during the course of life and career that are organic, and it's our challenge to discern that they're there, decide whether we want to take the risk of jumping through that hoop and growing and expanding and stretching out your muscles, and that's really what I've done in my life and my career. One story, some of you might remember the iconic professor from the HPA program, Marshall Raffel, who was very instrumental in the field at that time and very instrumental in beginning the program here at Penn State. Very transparently, I didn't like his class very much, to be honest with you, but he came to me one day and he said, Paul, would you consider doing an independent study with me? And I thought first, I really don't want to, but I should. That's one of those windows of opportunity. Well, that independent study led me to consider, at his request and recommendation, the graduate program at Rush University in Chicago, where I went for my master's degree, and that really was the catalyst for my career, but more importantly, that was the reason that I eventually met my wife, Maureen. We've been married since 1991, and just about every good thing in my life that has happened since then has been as a result of the support and the influence and the partnership of her, as well as my 3 children who are here tonight, Kristen, Brian, and Jenny. They're all Penn Staters. 2 have graduated. Jenny is a senior. And it is such an honor to come back to this university, living vicariously through their experiences at Penn State, still being involved in the HPA program and having just extraordinary opportunities to continue to interact with the faculty and the staff. And I'd also like to thank my brother Les and his wife Eileen and 2 of his 3 boys who traveled here to be with me. My brother's been an extraordinary influence in my life, especially in my younger life. He coached me in sports, and I'm just so happy that they're here. And I'm also very humbled to be sharing this dais with so many extraordinary Penn State grads. It's humbling for me. But most of all, I feel very privileged to work in extraordinary children's health organizations whose mission is to improve the lives of children and families. And I also realize that the people that do the real work are the ones that are at the bedside and supporting the care that is provided at the bedside. It's my honor and privilege to lead that every single day. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.